interested in here, but great question. Germans investing in digital gold. That would be awesome. I don't think we have Germany. I'm almost positive we don't. In fact, we can go check ourselves. Ah, now I can hear myself think, right? It's still a little loud. Okay, let's check the temperature. 52 degrees. 52! Holy smokers! Look, that's at the coldest part. That's at the, can you guys, here, I can move the camera now. I won the name, yeah! 52! 52 degrees. Okay, let's go see what the coldest one is. Yes, you did! You did win the name. Yes, I didn't, did I send you something? I hope I did. I should have, if I didn't. Okay, I'm gonna go check what the temperature is over here. All right, so this is another one. 55. Let's check the hottest part of the building. 57. See? 52 to 57. That's the temperature changes. That's what's going on around here. That's what's going on. Burr. Best vendor of CPUs, in my opinion, is Sapphire. Of CPUs, Sapphire makes CPUs? They do? Really? Why isn't this focusing? Hey, camera. Camera, focus. You did. I did. I sent him something. Focus, camera. Okay. Yes, be free. As far as CPUs, I'm gonna have to say AMD because you get more bang for your buck, especially when you're mining. So, as you can see, it was 39 degrees over here, 40 degrees, and now it's 53. So we are gaining temperature quite rapidly. So probably around 60 degrees. I'm gonna have to turn the fan back on. I mean, that was only like 30 minutes. That's how fast this heats up. Like, this is crazy. GPUs, the best company for GPUs? Well, if you're talking about like AMD GPUs, I mean, AMD just makes the chip and then everybody else like changes them. I don't know, I really like the Asus, honestly. I don't know how I became such an Asus fan. I guess they just have good bang for your buck too, but I'm a pretty big fan of the Asus. The Sapphires kind of run pretty heavy on power, in my opinion. Sapphires, I don't know. I mean, they've been good over the years, but recently I think Asus has done a little bit better in efficiency versus the Sapphire, so yeah. Anyways, another client switch of coins today, or yesterday, which I was really excited about. He's usually on here. Maybe he's on here right now. But he was mining some other coin on Linux, and Linux was having some trouble. Something with IP addresses or something, I don't know. Probably my fault. So I said, hey, what do you want to do? He's like, why don't we just switch to Windows? So I switched him to Windows. I thought that was pretty cool. So he's back on Windows and mining some other crazy coins. As far as the rentals, like I have 2 rented right now, and he's mining, but he kind of overclocked them too much, so they shut off a little bit. I'm just going to tell you what's going on until you guys ask questions. Never had a problem with Sapphire cards. Wow, that's great. That's great. Pulse, he has a bunch of Pulse. Okay. As far as everything else, usually everything else is staying online. I'm not really having to do too many reboots. The InnoSilicon A9, the very first one that showed up, is owned by the guys who own the thing that makes the most noise, the Ivy Links, ASICs, and those are actually, the InnoSilicon A9, the first one, is actually had a lot of trouble. So we've probably had to reboot that every 72 hours or so. And it's hard because sometimes the light, the green light just is solid green, and then sometimes it's like blinking, and so you never really know if it's frozen or not. Like if it's solid, then you know the thing's frozen, but like I don't, like he has access to the InnoSilicon and he like locked me out, rightly so. So like I have to just wait for him to be like, yo, it's having some trouble, unless I see it. Do you live in the Bit Bunker or do you have a separate house? I do have a family, as you may have heard from previous streams. I would live in the Bitbunker if I was allowed and it was a little bit quieter, but I don't think my wife would like the noise, as well as temperature, right? Especially now that it's cold. And when we split the building with the plastic, it was really warm, like disgustingly warm. So I used to live in the Bitbunker before, back in Virginia. That was actually under the house that we rented. So if you guys go watch that, you can see I literally walked out of my bedroom, walked down outside and around the house into the crawl space, and that was the Bitbunker beginning. So yeah, I mean, technically I've lived in the Bitbunker, but not currently. I have a problem with the Strix, broken LED and overheating. How is the warranty working? Because many people complaining about RMA and ASUS. I actually don't send my cards RMA. I actually just send my cards to my dude in North Carolina who reflashes them for me. And if he needs to put new thermal paste or change it, he just goes and does that. It's a heck of a lot faster. I don't have to think about it. I literally just put it in a box and send it to him. So that's a heck of a lot easier than RMA. You should get my RMA guy. you might enjoy your efficiency better. Thomas Wilcox says, are you planning on letting another water cooler explode? I want to see you drop on the floor. No. I gotta be careful nowadays. That's funny. Strix looks the best for sure, but comparing to other GPUs. I'm not comparing them to simply just looks. I mean, yeah, it looks cool behind me, but the Strix are actually the longest cards. They've been here for probably, oh man, they've been here almost 2 years for some of those cards, and they're still going. So I really have seen a lot of other cards drop off other than Strix. So, yes. What's your thoughts on RX 580 Nitro Sapphire? We have probably a dozen of those here behind me is some RX 580 Nitro Sapphire. And those can be overclocked very well, but they do get hot. And they will require a lot more power than you originally thought. And so just be mindful of that. Is your mining software automatically switching to the most profitable coin? So if you know anything about us, you can see that these are separate rigs and, oh, come on. Oh, maybe it like locks. Oh, it locks. So these are separate rigs owned by clients, and it just depends. So like if this guy, right, like this guy owns these 2 or this guy owns these 4, like he might be running software that runs that, but as a whole, like all of these as a whole are running individually private to the client. So I don't have to run software for these specific clients. Now, if you're getting into like Walton, like right here, whoop, right here, right here, some of these white ones, these are Walton rigs. So those are running my software, which is not really mine, but you know, software that I've paid for. But that software has changed just over the past few months, and I'm not allowed to really talk about it. But basically, it's just always running on Walton. So it's not switching, because typically a client buys a machine and they want to mine a specific coin, and that's what they stick with. Some people switch coins randomly, but honestly, from my experience, usually people are pretty dead set on a set coin, and they stick with that the whole time. Has mining changed your life is what I meant. Are you at one with mining after all of these years? Yes. I probably had that click in 2015, I think, where light bulb, you know, like I studied it from 13, 14, and 15, and around 2015 is where the light bulb really just like, I'm just like one with the technology, and that's really cool. So a lot of it is taking the massive amounts of data that is fed to you or pushed to you or you read, and filtering through only the very specifics that will be changing in the future. So as many news articles and Bitcoin that you can read about, like half the things people will say, and I'm like, oh no, I've never heard of that, because it's so irrelevant to what the future will bring. And I'm like living 10 years in blockchain and surviving off of blockchain 10 years in the past, which is the present to me. But my brain is imagining living 10 years of blockchain in the future. So until you see changing technologies like the DAO coin, which you guys maybe have heard of me talk about, I don't really focus on that stuff. So how much are you paying for 1 kilowatt hour? It's tiered. So sorry, I actually have it tiered bill, so it changes according to how much I'm using. So the more I use, the less I pay per kilowatt hour. So yeah, it's definitely cheaper than the average in America. Has it changed my life? This technology absolutely has changed my life. What? We live for maybe 70 years, if we're really lucky, 80, 90 years old. And I've been focused on this for the last 5. And to think that I've been purely saturated and living 100% off of cryptocurrency for the last year, and I only have like 70 in my whole life, that's pretty remarkable. And I've also been able to help other people in their life, as well as take care of my wife and child. Like, that is remarkable that this technology didn't even exist 10 years ago. And there's people like me out there that are supporting their entire families off of purely cryptocurrency. It's absolutely remarkable. So yes, it has changed my life. What stream was it from? It deserves a gift. What deserves a gift? Could you please give me a quick explanation of the Walton coins, etc.? Well, so the Walton coin is a RFID physical device that is placed, let's say, like inside of a piece of clothing, and it is then used to track inventory of where that sweater was, let's say, in the assembly line process, as well as on a truck for delivery in the store, and then all the way probably to the purchase or beyond of the individual who buys the sweater. That technology, it doesn't RFID tags exist, but the technology to track that across a blockchain platform autonomously that you don't have to think about, you can just get the data fed to you, is what Walton Chain is. So Walton Chain allows that type of technology to be run physically, our physical, right, stuff to be on the blockchain in a digital form, right? So, yeah. Hello, I'm a miner from FC from Thailand. That's pretty sweet. Welcome. How many people are joining us here? Am I entertaining enough for people to actually hang out? Oh yeah, look at that. There's a nice 30 of you. You're so kind. You're so sweet. You're so sweet. My head is starting to hurt a little bit. I might have to get off here because it's just relentless. Like, I mean, you guys can't even hear how loud it is, but I don't even have the fans on. And it's about to hit 60 degrees, so. Were you the dude that carried on mining when your mining room was flooded? Yes. Yes, I am. So I had and this is the worst part, I didn't actually own any of that equipment. I did not come from any money, and I don't really even have like massive amounts of money to my name, but I just like to coordinate with people, and at the time I was able to communicate with quite a few people that had money, expendable income, and you know, they probably put $30,000 to $40,000 inside of a crawl space that I had. And what happened was I was below sea level. Everything typically in Virginia Beach is raised 1 story or a half a story because of you're below sea level. So think about that for a second. So when it rained, it flooded like 3 or 4 feet in our backyard. Well, it got so bad that it started coming up into the bottom of the house, which of course has a pump to pump the water out, but it was too fast. It was coming too fast. It was raining too hard. And of course the machines were down there. They were maybe 4 or 5 inches off of the ground, and then they were on that little rack. So yes, I had live, 220 wire, probably around 80 amps of power running at full capacity, nice and warm, heating up this water that was flooded, and the wires were in the water, and that is like, was running the machines. But they did not shut off. I did not die. No one got hurt, but it was absolutely dangerous. Yes, completely flooded facility, right? Basement. So the water cooler explosion at Digital Gold dropped your poor sandwich. I know you were hungry. Yeah, and I don't eat much. It's me, Boss Lady. I have no idea. I believe it was a stream about 1.5 hours long in the early 2017, I guess. Oh, I could find that for you. I could probably find that for you. It's me, Boss Lady is here? Yes, the water cooler explosion. We can't make that stuff up. I mean, you could, but we did not plan for that. I wish so bad it was filmed in like 4K. I just hate that. It was only footage I have of that is the actual live stream, right? So I have to re-download that from YouTube in order to re-watch the explosion of the water cooler. It's so sad. Talking about dangerous, the mining PC in the pool. That wasn't actually that dangerous. We were using GFCI outlet, brand new. We wired it directly into the house, and we were using like the most expensive cable of electrical wire that you could buy from Home Depot. So it wasn't actually that dangerous. Yeah, maybe I would have got a little shock, but it was 110, maybe 3 or 4 amps, and as soon as it would have hit the water in the pool, it would have shut off before I would have even felt it. So, anyways, it looked more dangerous than it is. Best idea ever. Oh, man. I've tried to find the stream. Please do. LOL. The stream was, you want me to find it live? You want 30 people want to watch me find a previous stream on YouTube? I doubt it. Ah, GFCI, no problem then. Yes, we were safe. We had GFCI, so we were good. It deserves to be a GIF. Are you going to make it a GIF? If you will make it a GIF and get it to 100 people, I will find it right now. You must promise me this. 100 people need to see this GIF. Otherwise, it would save you from trying to scroll through 300 videos that I probably created. So anyways, that was the German TV interview. I interviewed myself, and hopefully this will make it on a German show that it can encourage somebody like myself to start mining or be a home miner or join mining. Or be involved with us. I don't know. So, yes, it's me, Boss Lady, you can email me. I'll send you the link. Otherwise, you guys are terrific. I am gonna, see, I just like got notified a rig is having some issues. So, what do you think of Bitcoin Cash fork? Oh, there it is. Okay. Here's what I think about the fork. We need to stop forking and start focusing on what matters. I'm gonna have to reboot a rig over here, so bear with me. Oh, I'm wearing my headphones. Holy smokers, it's loud over there. The Bitcoin Cash hard fork. It seems like a big political mumbo jumbo, but you know, what happened here? A new version of Honey Miner. We are not using Honey Miner, dude. Please stop Honey Minering. Okay, there we go. Oh, that was easy. What are we at? 60 degrees. We're gonna have to turn the fans back on, guys. So it's gonna get a little bit louder in here. Actually, I'm gonna have to turn the lights on, then turn the fans on. I just don't believe the Bitcoin Cash hard fork is worth our time until we see what it brings. I just don't see the point of it. I mean, it's just a political mess. It's the Bitcoin Cash hard fork is the reason that the Bitcoin itself technology is not more advanced. Okay, that's its own fault. So I 100% blame forks for lack of advancement in technology. Is that well said enough? It ticks me off that people think that they can develop a creation and work so hard on a specific project, and then when they have an emotional problem with it, that it doesn't suit their fancy, they just say, fork it. Like seriously, that just really bothers me. Like if you have a problem with your coin that you created, go make another coin, okay? Go make another coin. It's probably gonna do better than your fork, in my opinion. And let somebody else take your coin. Just go give it to somebody. Okay, now you're gonna see it drop from like 60 degrees to like 5 degrees. Not really, it's not that cold yet, but. Okay, so now the camera's not focusing. This is why I don't use this lens, because the lens is really good at very specific tasks. And when I need a live stream to like change things all the time, it's not good for that. So anyways, battery's probably gonna die, and that was a great stream. So you guys are awesome. If I bored the heck out of you, well, then you should have thought of more questions to ask me, and then we could have chatted longer or better. Okay, anyways, you guys are great. I'm actually working on Bitcoin Miner Life Part 2. You guys are the first to know, secretly. So I actually have video from when I was like, oh, I don't know, 10 years old. And I'm putting those clips together of kind of how my life went from just literally homeless, like living in the woods, and all the way to being in here. So putting that together for you, and it's like pre Life of a Miner that everybody saw. It's pre that, and then I'll of course throw Life of the Miner stuff, and then like where we're going. Is this the right way? Is that forward or is this forward? It's all backwards to me. I think this is forward. I hate that part. Otherwise, so yeah, stay tuned for that. I'm gonna do a premiere. I'm gonna release it when crypto kind of turns in the market, right? I want some kind of analytics to help me out with it, but maybe I could do like a pre-showing live and then like delete the video. I could do that. I could do something like that, right? Because there's only like 30 of you here, so I could do like, if you're live, you can watch the video with me live, and then I'm gonna delete it, and then I'll actually upload a premiere full video of it. So maybe we could do that. That would be cool. Can you take off Walton Coin project? What's wrong with what do you mean take it off? All right, well, I'm gonna have to close it out, guys. Getting a little cold. It's freezing already in here. And that was fun. So I just wanted to do a little German interview. So again, the questions were, what is so revolutionary about Bitcoins? When did you start to deal with Bitcoins? How did you come up with the idea to mine Bitcoins by yourself? How many Bitcoins do you mine per day? How much money did you invest in your mine? The energy prices are quite high in the US. Does the mining pay off? Why are you so supportive about Bitcoins? Do you believe that Bitcoins will be the future? So those are the questions. I would love if you guys could answer them yourself. Email me at info@digi.io, and I will read those answers to those questions from you. You don't have to answer them all, but if you want to answer any of those questions, email me the answers and I will read them in the next stream. That will be fun. Otherwise, please like, please subscribe, and please share with your friends. You guys are awesome. Thank you. It's been a terrific day. Somebody's trying to explain Walton. I don't know. I'm sorry, Mr. Matt.